The worst manager on the planet keeps getting better jobs. So Ivan Juric has just been sacked by Atalanta. But trust me when I say we've seen this before. He will upgrade, so if you support a big team, he will be in charge of your team in a few months. Because if you look at the history, he started his managerial career at Genoa. He took over in June, ahead of the new season. By February, they were in the relegation zone, and after a 5-0 loss to bottom of the league Pescara, who hadn't even won a game yet, Juric was sacked by Genoa. Genoa ended up staying up without Juric, but despite this, ahead of the next season, they rehired him. This is what I mean, this guy has some dirt on every football club in the world, because why would they rehire him? Just 3 months into the season, in early November, they lost to their local rival Sampdoria to plunge them into the relegation zone, and Juric was sacked again. But then a year later, Genoa rehired him. How did he keep getting this job? He got the job in October. Less than 2 months later in December, they lost to third division team Virtus Entella in the cup. And Juric was sacked from Genoa for a third time, never to return this time. Despite this, Hellas Verona saw something in him and hired him. This was by far his best managerial stint at the club, but all he did was come 10th twice before getting sacked. He upgraded again after this time with the Torino job. Spent 3 uninspiring seasons with Torino, finishing bottom half 3 times with a team that really should have been getting into Europe before getting sacked. And despite this, he still upgraded, this time getting the Roma job. Somehow getting the job of a team that was in European football. Ivan Juric got his first taste of European football. He didn't even last an entire month. Won 1 game in the league and left with Roma 4 points above the relegation zone and was 20th in the Europa League. Now surely, after this entire CV, lasting 1 month, 2 months, 3 months at every job, teams had enough. No, Southampton hired him to try and keep them up in the Premier League. He won 1 game his entire time there. Got relegated with Southampton in April, the earliest the team's ever been relegated from the Premier League, and got sacked 24 hours after the relegation. Didn't even last the full season. And despite all of this, Atalanta, who were in the Champions League, hired Ivan Juric at the start of this season. After a run of 8 games in Serie A without a win, and starting scraps with his own star player, just 3 months into the season, Ivan Juric has been sacked again. Year to the day he was sacked by Roma. Bear in mind he had the Southampton job in between this. How do you even have time for all that? So with Ivan Juric on the market, Man City, Arsenal, United, expect him to be managing your club very soon.